Hello everyone and welcome to another video. We are doing a series on second order consequences where we're looking at a topic or a disruption and thinking about what are the consequences that disruption will bring and then what are the consequences of those consequences. So we have a better overview of what to expect, which ends up being a lot of times unexpected. So artificial intelligence, this is perhaps the topic with the most speculation on what some of the second order consequences are. And you can see here that it's definitely complex, some of the things I came up with. But we can think about how this will impact. First of all, you think of artificial intelligence and you might think either of robot domination or just that things are automated in general. But as we will see, it's a bit more nuanced than that. Some of the first applications of AI we have seen have been in personalized custom voice and media experiences. And as the technology develops, we will see more customization and more things previously deemed impossible suddenly become possible. So one analogy that you could think about is that AI could become sort of as a dungeon manager, a dungeon master manager of your experiences. So you have like a personal AI and it manages when to introduce a new experience to you, the timing, the quality of it, the quantity of it, so to speak. So it kind of makes it really, micromanages how you could perceive the world and enjoy the world. Because this technology can be used to create new things, can also be used to replicate old things. That means you can replicate people's voices and people's video appearance. So there could be, and there has already started to be, a boom in phishing scams and identity theft. As we get more involved in our own customized media experiences, we get our own custom news feed, of course. That feeds into already an existing trend with social media, which is that you get news bubbles and you get polarization with all the issues that brings. The biggest impact by far of AI will be technological unemployment, and AI will eventually make universal basic income or citizen dividend programs inevitable. There will simply not be enough jobs for all the humans. So in this sense, the government might play a stronger role in managing how that affects the economy. It might pay you, for example, to join certain areas or industries. And different governments might have different reasons to do this. Some of them might just want to keep people busy so they don't think about other more important issues that affect their power. Some will want to keep people obedient with this, so they will actually actively oppress people. Or some might actually just want to facilitate people to have a better life, so to keep people with a purpose, to make sure that people are not bored, that they are engaged in life. So this would be the most optimistic scenario, and these two would be the more negative ones. AI also enables AI art, and AI art can be used in two ways. You can have the pure AI art, so the programmer creates the AI and then the AI can express itself through art, different art mediums, music, paintings. You already see these things emerging. But also AI can be combined with someone in a sense that they can use AI as a tool so they can bring their vision to life. So these creatives would get their AI and automate. They have a vision for a music or for a movie, and they use the AI to do the bulk of the work. And instead, they have the vision, and they make sure that vision is executed with as little issues as possible, and faster also. Regarding more of the governmental side of it, here you have that there will be some sort of cautious regulation. So not everybody will be allowed to develop AI, and specifically we're talking here about general AI, or to use the products of that AI. And it will be important to see which is the first state or government that reaches this general AI. So if you don't know, general AI is an artificial intelligence. It's when we have understood enough of artificial intelligence that we have created one that has more or the same or more intelligence as a human. without all the downsides that human has, which is that we are stuck in meat and we cannot think so fast as a computer can. So when we have this cautious regulation, it could be that there is a consortium of countries that heavily regulates who has access to these tools to prevent other countries from subjugating them. But when you reach this general AI stage, that is a very crucial stage, because you might have two main results. The AI might become benevolent, or the AI might become malevolent. The malevolent AI is all of those science fiction movies you've probably heard about, like Terminator. So this eventually leads to human subjugation, war, extinction, reduced human population overall, skirmishes, conquests, and conflicts. Here I added that the states will probably likely try to use these new general AI to influence each other and to assert their power over each other. But on the more optimistic side of things that could happen, if we have a benevolent AI, then we have someone that can become faster, or more intelligent faster than we could ever be, to the point where they can help us solve all of our problems. Suddenly we can solve climate change much more easily. We can solve pollution and resource scarcity mitigation. We can also have an exponential intelligence development of the AI itself, and if we merge with them through the AI helping us also exponentiate our technological progress, then we can have this human-machine merging, which means we could do things that are godlike for us at the moment. All of these things would feed into all of these, I would call them positive outcomes, which is that we merge with machines and we can do more things. We can colonize the cosmos much more easily. And we develop to what's called the civilization type 2 and 3 on the Kardashev scale. So these types just means that we are using so much more energy and we can do more things. We can harvest directly a whole star, for example, for our purposes. That could be for computation purposes, or for manufacturing purposes, or for making some sort of experience for ourselves. So all of these would be good outcomes, but the alternative is extinction and reduced human population. So you can see why there is a heated debate about if AIs will end up being good or bad, because either everything will become great or everything will become horrible. And these are things that have been discussed, so they are not exactly new in terms of this second order exercise. Maybe something that would be more original in this exercise, in my opinion, would be this part here, some of these second order consequences. But yeah, when you look at people and you ask them, what do you think of AI? They might say, oh, it will destroy us all, or it will solve all of our problems. But here you have a more nuanced things of things that might happen in the short term. I hope that was interesting for you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.